Hello, hello,
Ha- Hello.
hello. Are we all here? Quick question. Are you on Discord? No, I'm not. Mark's getting ready for work. Caroline's here. Hello, Caroline. Are we here? Oh, here we go. I'll turn that off. All right. So we're all live and happy and well. We'll say hello to Moira, everyone. Moira's basically going to be leading this Taro session tonight. I'm going to have a quick question on the Discord. No. I'm sorry, I've read that question already. I'm just going to be reading the comments and seeing who's up next. So we're not going to spend too much time yapping away. I'm sure people want to get into getting their cards read. So who wants to go up first? Or do you want to talk about what you're going to do, Moira, or how this can operate? I don't know what to do first.
Well, I mean, this is a bit of an experiment. Neither of us have done this before in this medium. So what we're basically going to do is, if anybody would like to ask a question or just want to know what cards come up for them, I can draw some cards for you, and we'll see what comes up. And we'll try and share it around so everybody can get a go. And we'll just see where that takes us.
Yeah, so we'll go for probably about an hour to an hour and a half on this. So let's see how it goes. So who wants to go first? Either with a question or a card reading, see how the cards lay out. You are? Yeah, I know. I've had tooth surgery. Yes, please, Tar, and no specific questions, thank you. Yes, please, Tar, or no specific questions, thank you.
Okay, Deb. Let's see.
Okay, so Deb's on now. Okay. Carolyn's next.
Okay, so the three cards that I've drawn for you are the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Swords. Now, from this, I would say that you're getting to know what you value most. This is about identifying your values. This is about personal possessions, the things that you're working towards, your ambition. The Wheel of Fortune could mean that your fortunes are on the rise. It could mean that there is an opportunity coming your way that just might fall the right way for you. Now, the Five of Swords is a little bit difficult. Now, this could be a nasty character, or this could be your own self-sabotage getting in the way. So if there is things coming up for you, see what is the block for you, to see, are you getting in your own way? Because that could be you. Or you could find that there is somebody else who doesn't want you to succeed. But very strong cards for you. So I wish very well for that, Deb.
Do you have any questions, Deb? Yes, no. Am I on? Oh, no, I haven't. I've unmuted myself. That's awesome, Deb. Thanks for that. Okay, Carolyn is next. Did you want cards or did you have a question? Thanks, Kanga. We are well. So I'm going to mute myself again so that I don't disturb.
Okay. All right. Wow, there's some cards. First card I've got for you is the Queen of Swords. Generally a mother figure, very intellectually strong, possibly a controlling influence though. Second card, don't freak out on me, Death card. Transformation. This is about being able to embrace change. But the third card is, my tarot teacher always called it the happiest card in the deck, is the Sun card. Now that tells me that things are going to be bumpy, but it's all going to be beautiful. So just hold on, embrace the change, hold on to your strong will. Maybe that strong intellect character is you. Maybe that is what you need to hold on to strongly to embrace change and come out all sunshine and flowers.
That's great. Thank you. Any other questions, Carolyn? We'll just wait for a few moments for Carolyn to type. Yep. I'll take this one off. Now, at the moment, Mark's the only other person that's indicated that he wants a reading or ask a question. So if anybody else wants to, you'll just actually have to let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're here just to listen, if that makes sense. Hi, Laura. Who else is here that's... No, it looks like Carolyn... Laura does. So Laura's next after Mark. So Mark, do you want to post a question or just see how the cards fall? Can you let us know, please? Okay.
So the first card that I've drawn for you is the Two of Pentacles. So this is a bit of a balancing act. You can see the stormy seas behind. There's a bit of uncertainty about, possibly about money and about trying to keep maybe the balance sheet, make sure your chips are coming in. But the second card shows a blessed and happy family working together and celebrating. So even though you've got these challenges, you've got support around you. Thirdly, the Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man is hanging upside down. This is often seen as a form of initiation or meditation. You see he's got a little like halo on him. So this is about finding new ways to see your problems and perhaps going on a personal journey for yourself. Perhaps creating some strong boundaries for yourself. This card can also, it's also a bit of the mystic in this card. So, you know, whether there's prayer or spells or whatever you do to help you with whatever problems coming your way, this might indicate that that's what you need to be tapping into at the moment. Happy to take any follow-up questions as well if you like.
Yeah, do you have any questions, Mark? Or if anybody has any questions, we'll try and answer them like at any point down the stage. That's good, Mark. Thanks for that feedback. Laura wants a reading, please. It's actually good we don't have people lining up at the moment, so it's fairly easy to keep in check of who's who and what's what.
So firstly, the Ace of Cups. Now the cups symbolize the realm of emotions. So this could be perhaps a new relationship, meeting somebody who stirs emotion in you. That's not necessarily romantic, but who knows? The second, we've got a return of the Page of Pentacles, acknowledging your values, your personal values for you. But then also, the interesting one is the Seven of Cups, where we've got this figure who's presented with all these cups, holding different things, as if they're being presented with a choice. So we've got all sorts of different figures and creatures and mysteries surrounded by mist. And there's this sense that you need to pick, you need to make a choice in order to make it real. I feel that needs a follow-up question.
Yes, awesome. Do you have a question, Laura? It is Laura? I hope it's Laura. No? Okay. We have Mark and Annette wants a reading. Now, I don't know. It's probably Annette online. So are we reading for you, Annette, or Mark, or you both? Hang on. Oh, Laura didn't understand the cards. Hang on, just before we get to Annette.
Okay, yep.
Sorry, Annette and Mark. We'll get back to you in a minute.
So there's a new opportunity coming, which is something within the realm of emotions. It's a gift that's coming your way. But it's up to you and your own values whether you accept that gift. And it seems as if it in some way is either to do with travel or perhaps honouring something to do with your inner child. So there's something being offered to you, but it's up to your own values and your own choices about whether you bring it into reality. Does that help? You're muted.
Thanks, Laura. Now I've got to go back and find. So this is
So,
Annette. Annette would like a reading, please.
so the first card that I've drawn for you, Annette, is the Five of Pentacles. Now, this is a card that indicates that you've been feeling in some ways that you have been shut out, or that you have been forced to go without. You've got these figures, one's wearing crutches, they're out in the snow. So this is in some way, whether due to lack of finances, or whether it's just a feeling that others have created in you, is that you have been going without. The next card sort of follows on from that quite a bit, is the Five of Cups. And we've got this figure who is draped in black, staring at the 3 cups that have spilled, but not the 2 cups that are still standing. So this card might indicate grief and loss, but it could also be a reminder to see what we still have. But the next card indicates that there is a lot of goodness to be found. It's the Ten of Pentacles. This card shows a family surrounded by abundance. You've got the young couple, or the older man, the child, the dogs, everyone gathered together. So there is showing that despite the difficult times, or feeling like you have been left out, that there is still this family, chosen family perhaps, but this abundance and connection.
Thank you. Any questions about that? Just give you a moment. This is all very fascinating. I'm enjoying listening to this. Does anybody else want to put their name down or ask a specific question?
Good to hear, Annette.
Did you do this?
That would keep my Labrador busy.
Mm-hmm. He would keep lots of Labradors busy, I reckon. Oh, dear. I don't know if nobody else has got any questions, or I might have a reading, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody else, if anybody else wants to put their hand up, we've got a lot of time left over. Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Yeah, I'll have a reading.
Yeah, any questions?
No, just a reading, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I have a few questions, but not in public.
Oh, well, I'll try not to reveal too much then. All right. First up is the Page of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a young fella, and he's for the first time he is seeing his own worth. He's dressed up in all his finery, and he says, "Yeah, I'm good enough. I can do this."
Yeah.
Then we have Strength.
Uh-huh.
The ability to tame the lion.
Oh.
Yeah. And then third, Justice.
Okay.
So, hey, I don't know if you've got any legal things coming up, but if you do.
Awesome. Hey.
You know,
someone.
yeah, right. Like, get it moving.
Yes.
But you know, this could also be about you know, coming into your own power. You know, this figure of justice can also symbolize yourself. This can also be, you know, somebody who, you know, can stand in that place of power and to say, actually, no, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. That's not, you know, I'm drawing a line at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? A lot of that rings true. That reading, that is just what's happening at the moment.
And you know, also going by the colors on these, I'm getting, I mean, wands typically are a fiery aspect, but like I'm getting like a very sort of action fiery from all three cards, which is like, you know, this isn't just like, oh yeah, go with the flow, things are happening. This is like, you go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, like all the reds and stuff, like this feels like a very fiery aspect. This is like, yeah, you got this. Go get them.
Cool. Woohoo, thank you. That really, really, really rings true. And I'm looking
Sweet.
forward to seeing what the future holds for me. Now, Moira actually had another question.
Ah. All right.
Thanks, Kanga.
Let's see.
And I just want to quickly show this. Get my bitch slapping tools out.
So first response is yes, but you get in your own way. So again, that self-sabotage. So, you know, the beginnings of like being sensitive is not completely turning off discernment, but leaning into that trust. And the second card is Temperance. So yes, taking things gentle, but also seeking guidance, because there are others who can help you. others who can help bridge the gaps for you and mediate. Third card, the Chariot. Yes, you can. This is about your force of will. This is you driving a chariot with sphinxes. You set your mind to it, you can bloody do anything. I don't think I could have got a clearer answer than that. You're muted. Heather, come back. I can't hear you.
Oh God, I'm still muted. Does anybody have any questions, or anybody who hasn't had a reading that would like a reading, or anyone who has had a reading would like another one? I know we've got plenty of time. I actually thought
or any just general about the tarot, anything that you wanted to know about tarot in general, or
yeah, that's a good idea. Would anybody like to come up and have a chat?
So I will say that the deck I'm using is, well, commonly known as the Rider-Waite deck. However, most of us are starting to call it the Smith-Waite deck. Rider was the name of the original publisher. Waite was the occultist fellow who came up with the idea. But Pamela Coleman Smith, whose monogram is on the bottom, is in every card. It's not really in focus, but it's down there. Was actually the person who came up with the artwork for all the cards. So we think it's time that she gets a bit more credit. She was a biracial, possibly queer woman. We don't know. We know she lived with other women, but hey. Well, that is disputed. Some of the oldest existing tarot deck we have is the Visconti Sephora deck, which is from northern Italy, which was commissioned in the 1400s. That's the oldest surviving deck that we've got. There is some evidence that it originated much further back, possibly ancient Egypt. There's lots of lovely debates about whether playing cards or tarot cards came first. Certainly people have been reading fortunes from playing cards. And the four suits in tarot can be correlated to four suits, the cards. So tarot has a major arcana, which starts and ends with the Fool, but also has then the four suits, which also have the court, like kings and queens, knights and pages. So we don't really know, but you know, gambling folks were superstitious folks who wanted to know their fortunes, and so I can quite easily see where it could cross over. But
oh yes, of course, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, like if luck was in your favor and fortune was flowing your way, then you know. But there's a lot of debate there, but we don't have a lot of we don't have enough evidence to say definitively where it might have started. Today, Taro is most often affiliated with the Roma people, even although they didn't, it's not necessarily, to say that it is theirs is a bit of a stereotype. And I've seen sort of a bit of pushback to say that Taro belongs to the Roma. Doesn't quite fit with some people. So yeah, it's a bit of a tangled web. But if you wanted to look up the Visconti Sephora deck that was commissioned in northern Italy, there's some gorgeous cards.
Awesome, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm learning a lot new today. Deb, with the new moon phase in Aries energy is very strong at this time. Any thoughts on aligning energy in Taro?
Yeah, not much of an astrologer myself, but there are certainly planetary symbols and within the cards. I would sort of have to go to elemental associations around, Aries being in fire and about being, Aries is the first of the zodiac, so it's all about, fiery new beginnings and then as well. So that feels like a great time to be charging forward to get stuff done. Let's just draw a card, see what it might be telling us about this particular, Firstly, I've got the Six of Swords. Now, this could mean literal travel, but it's often a journey towards your inner child. Our swords within Tarot represent thoughts, realm of the mind. So this is traveling, taking a journey with your thoughts, really, with the small child. So this could be a journey to your inner child. The moon. We've got these pillars, and we've got the toweling, and we've got this coming out of the water, and it's all a bit chaotic, but it's this struggle to move, to reach, to be seen. These little things you often see in the cards. Now, the proper name for those is yods. What that means is a gift from God, essentially. So they're all to reach from their very starting points. And again, small swords, the Ace of Swords. Now, this card is really about discernment. Cut through the crap. This is about you are in control. Take it by the hilt and understand what you need to cut away. Understand what for you what you want to hold on to, what's precious, and what no longer serves you. So that's just a little reading for this little moon read.
That's awesome. Thank you. Moving on to Carolyn. Is this the one? Here we go. I used to do tarot, but had to stop due to a negative feeling when I was around the cards. Have you, or do you know anyone else who's ever had this?
Look, the cards can be brutal at times. I tend to think of the cards as that, you know, that aunt who drinks a bit of vodka and, you know, lays it out a bit too brutally for you. That's how I see the cards. I think for me, you know, because I handle my cards mostest, I can sort of see how they reflect me, and I can see when they're telling me to cut my own crap, because they will.
Cut the crap. I like that. Cards that can tell you to cut the crap.
Yeah.
Must be good. It's got to be something positive about that. Thanks for that.
Yeah, she's like that best friend.
Yes, the best friend that you like, that tells you the truth all the time. Deb says, I always feel calm and peaceful looking at a full moon. Okay, I wonder if tarot cards can reveal more than just a single person. Is it too big of a task to ask how humanity will move forward? With love, I'd like to think.
Well, that is a very big question.
Yeah.
How could we sort of frame that? I think that's going to need more than 3 cards.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Alrighty. So first of all, in the middle, I've got the sun. So hey, it's all gonna. This is good. All right, humanity's gonna survive. However, on either side of that, did you think it was gonna be easy?
I will survive. Sorry.
I'm not gonna sing. You're a bad influence, Heather.
Oh no, I'm terrible. Oh shit! Sorry. I'm gonna mute myself. You go on.
On either side of that, we've got death and the moon. So in order to reach that place, we've got big transformations. Now, this way. In the death card, you've got death riding in on his horse. And you've got the woman who looks away and the priest who prays. But only the child looks death in the face. So we need to look with innocent eyes at the transformation that's coming. We can't hide from it. We can't wish it away. We need to keep reaching for that goal. Starting from where we're starting, working with what we've got. Now, working in our favour. Knight of Wands. Big, fiery energy, horse rearing up. We're ready. We can do this. We've got the skills. We're off. We can do this. Queen of Pentacles. Abundance, beauty. We have the resources. We have art. We have sharing. We have compassion. So these are the things that we've got working for us. Working against us, we've got the Knight of Cups. Now, sometimes the Knight of Cups is a little too in his cups. Maybe he likes to get a little too drunk. He likes to find his distractions and gets himself a little stuck. And this card again. So maybe in this position, where it's a card that's working against us, you could perhaps call this navel gazing. So with the things working for us, being that fire and enthusiasm and the abundance and compassion, but we need to work against getting lost in our distractions and navel gazing, getting too stuck in our thoughts. So if we can work through transformation, reaching for those gifts, we can reach that in the middle. I like that. That's a good model for community, I think.
Yeah, I like that. That, from what I could hear, that made absolute perfect sense as well. To me, that was Werner's phone. He'd left it at home. He and Megan are out for dinner. This is my first live just by myself, which is really good. No distractions.
What am I? Hello?
Oh, not you. Like in here, in this room, between Werner prancing around like a lunatic and cousins and aunties and things. Like, you're not a distraction. You're a gift. That's what you are. You're a gift, an absolute gift. Perfect sense where we need to make huge changes to get where we need to be, human strength and fallings and all. Absolutely not a huge task for Taro after all. Oh, there we go. You explain it so well too. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
Moira. Not going back to normal. We need to create a better normal than before. Well, that's true. What is normal, to be perfectly honest? What is normal?
Never wanted to be normal, personally.
No. No going backwards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Forever moving forwards. Yeah, so Mark's driving. Is he going to get to work safe?
Tell him to watch his speed.
Watch your speed, Mark. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, wow. Okay, any other questions? Anything anyone wants to talk about or ask Moira or ask me? Or anything of the cards or readings or anything to do with anything really, I guess. It's all I need a yay. I need Jackie with a yay. I don't know who determines normal. Obviously, somebody does. Somebody decides what is supposed to be normal and what's supposed to be abnormal. And to be perfectly honest, we're all so different that we couldn't possibly have a normal. That what would be normal would be minuscule like that. If that was a spectrum, like out here, you can't even see my hands, but normal would be so small that not many people would fit into it anyway, as you know, to the best of my
How did Bell Hooks?
Got a yay for us.
I'm thinking Bell Hooks had the white supremacist heteronormative heteropatriarchy. They're the ones who think they're the normal ones.
Absolutely. I like to think I'm pretty normal, but others would disagree.
Why would you want to be normal? Come on.
No, who wants to be normal? Let's talk about... No, we won't. Awesome. Nobody wants to be normal, Carolyn. Anyone who want to come up and talk about what normal is to them? I'll post... Oh, actually, I should post a link. So let's copy to clipboard, copy. Unless you've got any other Taro questions or anything like anyone who want to come up and join us, Control V. And is that going to give us a link? There we go. Pop in and say hello. We've got about 10, let's say 10, 15 minutes left. It's 20 past 8. If anybody wants to join us, it doesn't look like they do, but that's okay. I'll just sit here and dance to my own drum, to the beat of my own drum.
I told you I'm not singing. It's not going to happen.
I was singing a song there once. I was a man from Nantucket. No, I better not say that. This is... I'm a naughty normal, a rebel. Fabulous.
Yes, they are. Taro.
Okay.
I gave my first deck when I was 11 or 12, I think. I started to... I didn't really have any sort of formal training for probably until I was maybe 16. I started some formal training, but just starting to familiarize myself with the images and the feel of the cards. Honestly, my first started reading was just sort of based on the pictures and the colors rather than the deeper understanding of the symbols of the cards that I picked up later on. And that still serves. The cards, you can still pick, you can still go by, what is the dominant color and what does that represent? Or maybe you just pick up some smaller detail in a card that might be entirely relevant for the person that you're reading for at the time. So yeah, I think Mum gave me my first deck. I don't entirely know why she decided to do that. Mum was a fairly good Catholic at the time, although lapsed now, but yeah. I do have some oracle cards. Sometimes they are good to sort of summarize a reading. Yeah, I have. I do particularly like Lucy Cavendish's oracle cards. She's an Aussie witch. I think she's like. I think she's like North Coast, New South Wales, possibly. And she has some really beautiful decks that she makes. I do, yes. I do use intuition as well as the meaning of the cards. So sometimes I'll be reading and I'll just go, well, I feel like I've just got to say this. I don't know. And I'm like, and, you know, and that's part of, you know, being sensitive to energy. Sometimes when that thing comes into your head and you just say, I don't know why I feel like I got to say this. That's probably intuition. And, you know, sometimes the most, you know, something that sounds the most random thing to me is probably going to be the thing that the person most needs to hear. Because if it's so random, then it's obviously not just me, like my own thing that's coming up. It's something that needed to be said for them.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So yeah, intuition and the meaning of the cards. You know, sometimes I can get into a real good flow of just intuitively reading, and then sometimes I'll run into a roadblock and check, ooh, what do I say next? I go, okay, go back to the cards, go back to the cards. Okay, what does that mean? What does that color mean? What's that horse doing? And then you can sort of find the flow from that as well. So it's both.
Awesome. Sorry, had to do that.
Yeah, well, just as that card popped up, so you know, lovers.
Oh, what's that? Oh, lovers. There you go. Look at that.
Ooh, are we allowed to show nudie bits?
How many of you could
Sorry, YouTube.
They're all home now. Oh, yeah, they're all home. They're all back.
Hi, Moira.
Hello.
Hello.
Say hello to Werner, everyone.
Hi.
Heather has missed her distractions.
Who have we got on tonight?
There's 6 people watching. The other way, yeah, that's it.
Hi, Moira. How are you going?
Hi, good to see you. Good, thanks.
Okay, well, there we go. Do you want a quick reading? Have we got time? What's the time? 8:24. Do you want a quick reading?
Yeah, we got some time.
What's your name, Megan?
I'll put you on the spot, but okay.
Carolyn says hi, Werner.
Hello,
Deb
Caroline.
says hi, Werner.
Hello, everyone.
Kanga says hi, Werner.
Hello, everyone.
Sylvia's here. Hello, Sylvia. Have you just logged on, Sylvia? All the usual suspects. Or have you been here for a while, Sylvia? If you want a reading, do you want a reading? We'll put you after Megan.
Which way is the bloody camera?
That way.
That way, so
Yes.
go that way.
No, the camera's there, but it goes opposite to what's in the picture.
Oh,
so if I move this side, it goes that side. So if you go that side, you'll be this side.
Oh.
That's right. Okay.
I go down.
Okay. I'll just put you there. There you go.
Oh, am I in it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Move this way. Goodness sake. It's like herding Brown's cows here.
She's so nice to us. Okay, 3 of Wands.
Yeah.
This is the first card I've drawn for you. Now, this is about seeking new adventure. This is about taking stock of what you have achieved and thinking, it's starting to think what else might be out there for yourself. 6 of Cups. This is about treating yourself tenderly, honoring your inner child. It's about knowing what you are providing for yourself, what you grow in your own garden, how you are nourishing yourself. And the Eight of Cups. Now, and that's showing perhaps a new adventure, perhaps departing from something. Now, as I was saying before, the cups represent the realm of emotions. So it may not be a physical moving, but there is something that is saying, let's explore something unseen, something new. Let's see. And also this card fell out, and I'm not quite sure how it fits in. But this is the Nine of Wands. And this is somebody who has perhaps had a bit of a struggle, perhaps overcome a bit, maybe ready to put these aside, but is still feeling a little bit like they've been through the wars a bit. So I don't know how that quite fits into, perhaps that fits more into the how you are nourishing yourself. Perhaps that speaks more to the need for that. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
No?
But thank you so much.
No worries.
And Sylvia, where's Sylvia? Sylvia, I just said hello here. Just got here. Yes, she'd like a reading. Or did you have a specific question, Sylvia? I'm going to mute myself.
Did you have any specific questions, Sylvia, or just willing to see what cards come up for you? Would you like to put it in the chat, or are you just holding it in your mind? I'm not sure if you're typing, Sylvia. We'll just see if you want to type your question. Here we go. Three Swords cups. So this person's obviously had you in their thoughts. So first up is the Ten of Swords. This cup usually indicates anxiety, depression, As you can see, it's a little bit overkill, but the sun is coming up. Next, we go back to the Six of Swords. So perhaps this person has been ruminating, their thoughts been going round, not thinking of much else. Queen of Swords. I reckon that you take up way more time in this person's thoughts than you realize. I think this is how they see you. This is the Queen of Swords, swords representing thought. So all these cards represent the realm of the mind. This person may have been a bit down in the dumps, your mind going around in circles, but this is you, clear and strong above the clouds. And I think that's why they came to check back in on you.
Wow, that's heavy, isn't it? I hope that helps for you. I hope that's helpful to you, Sylvia.
Nice for you, maybe. Doesn't sound particularly nice for them, but
Thank you. Sylvia says thank you. Oops, and that one was accidental. Because it flipped up. The conversation flipped up as I clicked on. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe you could, Sylvia. Not too sure what's going on. But, you know, reaching out to people is never, ever, ever a bad thing. Unless it's, I don't know, somehow toxic for you. But if it's going to be toxic for you...
How did reading go?
Hey, not shh. But yeah, reaching out is always good. Oh, Cherry Blossom's here. Oh, hello, Cherry Blossom.
Can I ask a specific question?
Yeah.
Oh.
How are you? Would you like a reading? We're running out of time. We've gone from plenty of time to running out of time.
Does anyone else want a reading?
How are you feeling, Moira? Are you able? Do you want to do it a couple more, or?
yeah, I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah. So, Cherry Blossom, did you want a reading? Sure, love one. Do you want a reading, or do you want to ask a specific question? Thanks, Intrepids. Cherry Blossom, I love that name. This reminds me of springtime. And while we're waiting, if like people want to put their links in, please feel free and go ahead and do so.
Just a general reading for Cherry.
Reading.
First card that I've drawn, and I think that this card relates to you, is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is seen as probably the better ruler of the kings within the tarot deck. He sits lightly on his throne, poised to take action. The wands represent the fiery aspect and action. The second card that I've drawn for you is the Seven of Swords. We've got a thief, possibly a deserter, stealing swords from a camp. Now this could be you, this could be, let's see, we'll pair this with the Queen of Cups. Now, as I was saying before, cups represent emotion. So this is about learning to master your emotions. Let's see. So what I'm getting from these is about learning what is useful for you, what you're going to leave behind. Learning not to become stagnant, to be able to keep moving and keep evolving. So the Seven of Swords represents somebody who has decided that they're not going to fight that battle. They're going to choose a different path. The Queen, in her watery aspect, her toes still in the water, still in touch with the flow of things. And the King, poised to take action. I feel like this is speaking more to your personality than that this is a way of being rather than something that is like a direction that you're going in. Let me just, okay, so we've seen as well, we've got the Three of Wands. This is about taking stock of what you've achieved so far and looking forward to what new adventures you might find. But the Five of Swords is about possibly a saboteur. Now that could be you getting in your own way. So let's piece that together. We've got the Just Ruler ready to take action. We've got the ready to change course, to be in the flow, but without getting in your own way and still holding on to your own values and seeking new opportunities. How's that sound, Cherry?
Wow.
If you've got any other questions, you can put them in the chat as well.
Absolutely. It's pretty deep, that one.
I did see a question from Kanga. Is it draining? It can be. For me personally, I ask my spirits to help me so that, you know, they can sort of whisper in my ear and they can sort of back me up. So it's not just me here alone. It's the spirit of the Taro. It's my familiar spirits that are working with me.
Cool. And that's great. Thank you. I noticed that Intrepid came along. Intrepid, did you want a reading or not today? Or did you have a question you wanted to ask? I think we might have that as our last one now if they want to ask a question or get a reading. Yes, no, maybe they've gone.
I want to know if the X still thinks of that.
Okay.
Good to know.
Awesome. Oh, here we go.
Oh, far away,
So
Intrepid.
many questions. Okay, we are on a time limit, Intrepid, so, you know.
Don't keep me up all night. Come on. What you got for me?
Is the future bright?
Your future or future in general? We were speaking very broadly about the future of humanity and the challenges we've got to face before.
Yes. Ours. Intrepid wants to know about their future in specific.
All right.
I was going to say in general, but no, specifically.
All right. So first up, we've got the Ace of Cups. Now this is like a gift. This is like a hand coming out of the clouds with a gift. Secondly, we've got the Hermit. Now the Hermit is about, it could be about going your own way. It could be about, you know, being your own guiding light. And then the Star. There's so much blessings tied up into this one. There's so much symbolism in here that take me another hour to unpack. But this is such a beautiful balance between water and earth and blessings to both from above and below. So acknowledge and accept the gifts that you're given, but also trust your own inner knowing and be willing to follow that. And that is what will bring the real blessings. So yeah, the star's pretty bright.
Awesome. Thank you. That's a great reading. Looks like wonderful things are coming your way. For sure. Yay. With the A sign. Awesome. Any specific questions about that? Oh, hang on. Lovely intro. Oh, sorry. Any specific questions about that?
You're welcome.
It's amazing. Well, my friends and my lovely people, I think it's probably time we wrap this up. Thank you all for coming. Again, quickly drop all your links in the chat box below before we finish. Thank Moira. Please thank Moira for us and give Moira a thumbs up on the video, or give me the thumbs up. I'll pass them on to Moira. And if you'd like to, okay, got to go tend to the cat call. Yes, the cats are very important. I don't know if you'd like to do this again, maybe in a month's time. I'm going to have Moira and I can have a chat and see if this is something that we both want to, you know, continue with. And if you want to continue with this,
See if you
in a month, maybe in a month's time. 4 weeks from now, whatever. Yeah, absolutely. We'll certainly have a chat to each other about it, and we'll keep you posted, keep you informed. No, thank you, Deb, and thank you everyone for coming along. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I hope you've got some really valuable input tonight as well. Yes, we'd love to see Moira again. There you go. You've got fans.
Yay. Thank you.
Yay. We need a yay sign. Okay, well, good night, everyone. Thank you. No worries. Thank you all. Bye. Hooroo. Say bye, Werner. Say bye, Megan.
Bye.
Okay, just hang on for a minute, Moira. We'll just chat quickly after I end the live stream and broadcast.